December 29th. Yes, 2020 is almost over. And if you don't know, this is Jimbo. He's my 15-and-a-half-year-old Shih Tzu, and he has had me up since 3:30. So I'm a little bit tired, but that's what you do when you take care of your fur babies, if you will. They're family, not pets. So that is my job. So I've been up, and if you don't know already, I actually released a video at about 7 a.m. about Stephan stopping buying real estate. That was one of the videos I watched this morning as I tried to stay awake and stay calm. So you may hear Jimbo here whine a little bit, although I think he's finally winding down. He might fall asleep on my shoulder. Let's see. So when I look at the financial news of the day, there are a couple of things that jump out. First and foremost, the House passed the $2,000 stimulus. I don't remember exactly, but something like 40 some odd Republicans helped pass that bill in the House. It is now in the lap of Mitch and the Senate. This is going to be interesting. And this is what I think, and I would love your opinion. I actually don't think the Senate's consideration of the 2,000 is about you or I or the folks it would help. That's just a sad fact, I believe. What I think Mitch and the Senate is going to talk about behind closed doors is, can they afford to say no? And this is what I mean. There's a runoff election in Georgia you may have heard about. It is perhaps even more important than the election in November, because this is about potentially having that blue wave that we're all nervous about. And thus, the Senate, right, currently controlled by the Republicans have to weigh some facts. If they say no, that is going to be column fodder for the next week, 10 days in Georgia. They are going to say things like those two Republican senator nominees or candidates don't want to help you. We want to help you, right? We want to give you money. We're here from the government. We're here to help. Kind of scary words if you ask me, but hey, $2,000 better than 600, right? So I think the Senate's in a hard place, right? Rock in a hard place. I suspect if there was no Georgia runoff, this goes nowhere in the Senate. But I think Mitch likes being the boss in the Senate. I really do. I think Mitch wants to be the highest ranking Republican at the end of January. So my suspicion is he is going to push to get it approved because he doesn't want to hand the Senate to the Democrats. And again, maybe we shouldn't care how we get there. Maybe the fact that we get there, we shouldn't argue with how we got there. But the fact that a Georgia runoff is the reason Mitch and the Senate say yes, versus maybe feeling it's the right thing to do, I don't know. It just feels pretty odd. So we'll know pretty soon. I think the Senate's going to take it up today, perhaps tomorrow. But yeah, it is going to be interesting. Another thing going on today is, I don't know if you heard, but the 737 MAX is flying again with passengers in the U.S. The first flight that I found was an American flight from Miami to LaGuardia Airport in New York. I used to fly all the time. It's no secret. I hate it. I don't know that I'd be particularly excited to get on one of those early flights. I remember my first flight after 9/11. That was no fun. Next up, we have Lemonade. Now, if you don't know Lemonade, they are an online insurance company, brokerage, and their lockup period ends today. So what they are expecting is a wave of insider selling. Yes, Jimbo. Everybody hears you. At least I think you hear him. Lemonade, again, is unlocking insider selling. It was one of the hot IPOs of the year, and they could expect some significant selling today. The stock was down, I think, 14% yesterday on the knowledge that this was happening today. Something else, if you're not paying attention, Japan's Nikkei index is at 1990 levels. Think about that. 30 years ago was when the Nikkei was at this level. 27,500. I don't know if that's just an odd fact that we're pumping so much money into the system. Don't know if that's a bet on Japan doing better than the US. I found it interesting. It took Japan 30 years to get back to this level. So it is interesting to think about. Don't know if you saw this. If you're a landlord anywhere in the country, this probably caught your attention. New York, right? Cuomo has extended the eviction moratorium till May 31st. My suspicion is my good old California governor, Newsom. He's going to go Gavin, or whatever the hell his name is. Cuomo, I see you and I raise you. My guess is Newsom goes for the full year. Crazy, huh? Well, look, Jimbo, say hi. So my guess, we'll see. He'll go at least till May, if not June. I think Newsom wants to be the, I don't know. He likes his name in the paper. He likes to look pretty on TV, but we'll see. So again, the eviction moratoriums be extended. Kind of highlighted that a few weeks ago that those were coming. And yeah, it's going to be tough for mom and pop landlords for sure. Another thing that I think happens today, good old Newsom extends the California lockdown. We were supposed to be coming off of that. I think it's tomorrow from a 3-week lockdown that he imposed. Of course, he imposed the lockdown after he ate at that fancy restaurant, but hey. But it looks like SoCal, LA County is in really bad shape. You know, 0% ICU beds. They're now staffing people or holding people in hallways and gift shops and stuff. It looks pretty bad. I do wonder what Gavin's been doing for 9 months, given that he told us a second wave was coming. Doesn't sound like he did much, but whatever. A couple of things that caught my attention right before we started. First off, home prices. As I shared on Sunday, one of the big numbers that you and I are going to watch was the Case-Shiller Index. It came out today. The 20-city index, which actually now is a 19-city index because they don't have reliable data from Detroit. Go figure. It looks like they're rising at the fastest pace in 6 years. 7.9%. Looks like Phoenix is again the stellar at 12.7, Seattle 11.7, and San Diego 11.6. This is October data. Again, it should be obvious. Why is this? Well, record low inventory, work from home, California going to other markets. It is very interesting to going on. I am trying to find the 10-city index, which should come out today as well. And again, remember the 7.9 for the 20-city, or now 19, is actually slower than the nation. That's actually something I highlighted that was very likely on Sunday. The current national appreciation I saw was 14.9 or 14.7. And here's the 20-city index at 7.9. As I shared on Sunday, I think this is going to be a trend. The nation will go higher, then the 20-city, then the 10-city, because urban is losing. Suburbia is winning. Smaller cities are winning, big cities are losing. I think that's going to be an investable trend. And then the last thing, I am now seriously thinking about the banks. I told you this way back in April when the banks started taking bad debt reserves, that there would be a time that banks looked good. They were over-reserved. I think first half of 2021, given the stress tests that we've seen executed, it is very likely that at least some of the banks, I'm thinking JP Morgan specifically, is over-reserved. And what that allows you to do as an accountant is it helps you manage your numbers and make them look a little better than you thought. Because when you take a reserve, everybody expects it. You take a little bit bigger than you thought. And now you can unwind that and help your earnings and whatnot. So that's what I got for you. Last thing, I'll do this at the end instead of the beginning. I'm trying to get this lovely book on Amazon to 400 reviews. As of this morning, we are 23 shy. So we have a chance. We have a chance to get there by the end of the year, but I need your help. If you're one of the 10,000 or so that's bought the book and haven't yet given me a review, if you can help, just, I know it takes a couple minutes. Just go in, say great book, and we call it good. 5 stars, great book. I would greatly appreciate it. So we have 2 experts today. We are bringing back Matt, which was the high school dropout from last week. We're going to make him a returning guest. And of course, we have Omar, which is our standard Tuesday guest. So look for 6 videos because we try to do 3 of each. And those will be coming out later today. Take care of yourself.